Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, 30th of May, Thursday. Today, we got GDP growth rate and price index, the estimate for the Q1, and the growth rate came as expected, 1.3, and the consensus was 1.3. We are coming down from the 3.4, but 1.3 is still a good reading. In terms of price index, I think this is a miss. Even though we are 3.1 as expected, 1.7 was the previous reading and we are pushing on prices for the GDP. And look at this, corporate profits minus 1.7%. We were expecting a flat reading of 3.9, the same as the previous one. And I think this is also a miss. So two misses, one more or less good read on growth, and initial jobless claims and continuous jobless claims came basically flat as expected. This is not a big number for now. And core PCE prices, the estimate for the Q1 came 3.6%, from 2% to 3.6%, a little bit lower than expected, but still another miss. And PCE prices estimate, this is core and this is headline, 3.3% instead of the previous 1.8%. At the same time, consumer spending quarter over quarter, the second estimate, it's 2% instead of the 2.5%. Another miss and another miss. And all these data came ahead of tomorrow's PCE that everyone will be watching. So the markets today are continuing lower. But I have some news on the technical side that for you bulls and for me are good hopes to be on tomorrow's market. Because in terms of technical analysis, yes, we are trending lower highs. Today also we are trending lower lows. Today also, but we have to really see the broad market. And the broad market in terms of internals, market internals, on the left side, we are seeing a big volume on the ES and advanced decliners are going higher. And we are seeing the same also on the Qs. We are seeing increasing in volume and increasing in advanced decliners. And ticks are mostly up zero, are in positive territory. So what is happening? Why the Nasdaq is pushing lower? Well, I think everything has to do with higher yields. And even though yesterday's auction and yesterday's on Monday, on Tuesday were pretty bad, lackluster auctions, lack of demand, I think the market is overselling a little bit ahead of PCE. The important information is the PCE for tomorrow. And as you can see, we are starting to recover a little bit. The Russell is actually in the green, 1.35. Dollar, it's in the red today. The same on the 2-year yield and the 10-year yield. So we are actually seeing some kind of trend in the 10-year. Let me just put this. We are actually doing some kind of lower high here. We are actually doing the same today. So everyone is watching these bond auctions. Everyone is watching yields. And today they are all red. And treasuries are 1% in the green. So what is happening? Why the Nasdaq is pretty much selling off? Banks are also in the green, but I think Google is having some weakness. Nvidia, it's turning a lot of bad sentiment. Meta 1.30, Microsoft 2.30. I think all these big names are dragging down the market, but in the underlying readings, I think today is not as bad as it may look. Actually, Bitcoin is pushing higher. But the metals, copper, silver, gold are actually continuing lower. So this is, in my opinion, honestly, this is some aggressive move to the downside, and we are still holding this zone on the daily. So we are having some long-term investors trying to buy this zone. In the short-term time frames, we are seeing lower highs and lower lows, a small trend to the downside, but we are still in the same range of this huge candle. If we go to the daily, we are still in this zone. We just went up and went down, and we are just consolidating with huge range and volatility. And look at this, the point of control is actually here. We are right there. So expect a lot of choppiness, a lot of volatility. And below that, there's a huge void of volume towards 18,250. So if we have tomorrow a pretty bad number on the PCE, expect some move to the downside into this volume node and expect buyers to recommit. I think the pullback is going to happen. I think a lot of people is taking profits. It's waiting, and big investors are taking money out of some big tech names. But at the end of the day, we are still there in an uptrend, pulling back more or less, because this is the ES is actually continuing more or less a bear flag, but still quite choppy. Today, the ES is pushing higher. Small caps are in the green, I told you, 1.30. But the Nasdaq is being dragged down due to Microsoft 2.30, Amazon in the red, Google in the red, Nvidia in the red, and Meta in the red. So it's just a pullback on all these names, but other markets like dollar, yields, and metals that are inflationary are actually not looking that bad. So in summary, today is red. We got a big shell off from yesterday, continuation today into the open, but everyone is waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow, anything can happen. And we are just in the same range as yesterday, in the same range as this big sell-off. So nothing has changed in terms of high time frame. Sometimes you have to just expand your view and check 1 hour and 4 hour and daily time frames to really see the bigger picture. And I don't see a big change on the Nasdaq. In the lower time frames, we are pretty bearish, but I don't see key levels being just thrown out. I'm seeing fear, I'm seeing volatility, I'm seeing pretty much outflows in certain parts of the market, but tomorrow everything will change. So we have to wait until then. This entire week has been choppiness, volatility, and red, but nothing will matter tomorrow when the PCE data comes out. Either we continue selling off or we just squeeze all these shorts and just make all-time highs. Tomorrow is going to be a big day, so don't ruin your day today. Leave to trade another day and wait for tomorrow. That is also Friday. And that's all from my side. I think we have to still see the bigger picture. We are in a pretty big range, just trading highers and lowers and highers and lowers. And tomorrow, everything will change. We will see the market reaction, and then we can really assess if the key levels are being held or not. That's all from my side. As always, thank you for your time. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I upload videos like this one every single day for market forecasts, market updates, and market recaps. I appreciate your time as always. Today I didn't trade. If you didn't trade either and are waiting for tomorrow, my congratulations, because that's a pretty good discipline. Stay safe and see you tomorrow.